right, welcome to week 2. What a great group. I really enjoyed learning more about each of you and reading the research articles you found. While we have a relatively small group, I believe that this will work well since we can interact more. Interaction is a key component to any successful class. So, if this was truly a blended class, meaning that we would be meeting face-to-face and online, this is the why and the how I would use the learning activities I had you do. First, in the discussion board, I asked you each to share something unique with us that others would not know. Since we know that student-to-student interactions are important, I would want to encourage you to read all the posts in the discussion board. The next step would be to use anything assigned outside of class during class. So I would have a quiz over the items you listed as unique to you. This would not be a sit-down quiz, but rather a get up and move around and talk quiz, once again encouraging the interactions. Second, I would have had you bring your research summary with you to class, and we would break into small groups and come up with key points from the research. I would ask that it be typed up, since that would ensure that students could not do it during class time, and have you turn it in at the beginning of class. This helps the students get into the habit of doing work outside of class and bringing something with them to class. This information would be used to help students demonstrate their knowledge about the competency, examine blended hybrid teaching. The second assessment strategy for this competency is the interviews, which you will be conducting and sharing with the rest of the class on May 31st via Blackboard Ultra. It is important that you have students understand that it is their responsibility to get information knowledge prior to class, since during class is when you will actually do something, apply or analyze it. Face-to-face time should not be lecture, since the students can get that information prior to class with all the great technology we have. But what you do in class needs to use and build upon what you have had the students do prior to class. Since you can all read the research information on last week's discussion board, I will not spend a lot of time summarizing that, but will just highlight a couple of key items. First, some excellent resources were mentioned. Jennifer shared what she found from doing additional research from the website called Blended Learning Toolkit. This is the same site where an article about blended teaching was assigned for you to read this week. This is an excellent source for great information. Paul shared that he used Western's faculty resource webpage, which is also another great resource for faculty. George shared an article that addressed that students and instructors need to be aware of how students learn. Students learn differently, and so we should design our learning activities so they adapt to the many different learning styles. So pat yourself in the back for a job well done. So this coming week you will finish the first competency by doing your interviews, and then work on the competency, evaluate components necessary in a blended course. To summarize what I am saying or defining as components, since I am sure there are a lot of different opinions on this, is designed learner interactions and some suggested tools to help you increase these interactions. One competency is on exploring tools available, so you are getting a sneak peek this week. Another component is Bloom's taxonomy and how you use this to design your activities and assessments for the before, during, and after class time. We will also look at UDL, which is Universal Design for Learning, and that will address some of the information George shared with us from his article. And then just to be aware of ADA compliance, which is Americans Disability Act. Since we cannot use the material I've assigned during a face-to-face class, I am asking you again to participate in a discussion board. The discussion board is basically you answering my questions about what you have read. Note, I am asking you to pick 2 of the 4 questions to respond to. This is actually a concept from UDL, Universal Design for Learning, which is allowing the learner to have choices. Also, think about it. Might you be just a bit more motivated, which is something Kim talked about, to respond if you think you had a choice? And just so you know, the questions are asking you how you could use this information for your course, so you get to apply it right away. Since we are such a small group, I would encourage you to read everyone's post and reply to them if possible, but it is not necessary. Remember, the class is running from Monday to Sunday, so the due dates are for the discussion board Thursday, your first response, and then all other assignments and reply to discussion board Sunday by 11:59 p.m. I apologize for any inconvenience on that. This week you will see that there is a tool out there. It's called Padlet, and I'm using this to check for knowledge in an activity called the First Five. When I talk about the First Five, it's to activate learners' prior knowledge and to get you thinking about what you're going to be working on. This tool called Padlet makes this easy to do and kind of fun, a fun way when you have a totally online class. The results from the doodle poll I sent show that the vast majority of you are able to participate in our first Blackboard Ultra session on Wednesday, May 31st from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. You will find the link to connect in multiple places. And since we're using the Ultra version, you can join via your phone, iPad, tablet, computer, because you no longer have to download any drivers. You will not need a camera, but you will need audio so you can share your results with the rest of the class. Microphones to use with the audio are relatively inexpensive if they're not already on your computer, but like iPads and tablets mostly have them, and obviously your phone does. But you can find them at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, or you can go up to Coleman 249, the Academic Excellence Division, and check one out from Larry Schlesnikoff. Your part for the first session is to share a summary from your instructor interviews. The summary must be 3 minutes or less so that we can hear and discuss within the hour time frame that we have allotted. If you are unable to attend, please email your 3-minute summary to me so I can share it with the rest of the class. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Have a great rest of your week, and I'm looking forward to learning with all of you.